Welcome, new citizen. Obey my commands. Go stand on decontamination pad. Do not move when beam comes.
Alright, so that was Nurse Nina. Welcome back to another Borderlands 2 video, guys and girls. It is Matt from Armstrong Gaming here. We are going to be just getting out of Concordia pretty much today. I know we've just only entered, but there's not a lot to do in this city, unfortunately, in terms of the main storyline quest. So some of this you would have seen from one of the last little bits of video. I've just brought it back because Nurse Nina is a bit of fun. And just so that I wanted to give you guys a bit of time just to refamiliarize yourselves with what's going on in the video. So last time I left us just about to enter the bar. So here's us just doing this little bit again, which is not too problem. Alright, so I've mentioned this before, but I'm a little annoyed that they got rid of Dr. Zayed. I liked him, he was a fun character. I'm still waiting to see what they did with that. Jack is interjecting here and saying stuff about the Merif. We all know that the Merif is a combination between a sheriff and a mayor, and he's pretty much the lawbringer in this town. You just see me floating around selling and buying guns. For those of you not familiar with it, the weapon that I'm currently running all around with the US flag painted on it is one of the ones you pick up from doing Torgo, which is a pretty cool quest. I did return in the light box instead of throwing it in the lava, and that was in the previous episode. Alright, so we've been denied access by the Merif, so we're going to go and see our bartender about getting in the front door.
Hope you enjoyed your bureaucratic interactions.
Yes. There is one other person who can help us, unfortunately. Get to the up-over bar.
Alright, so if you're familiar with the other bars and the other games, you'll have an idea of exactly who this is. Otherwise, enjoy the surprise.
Vault hunters, go see if they'll help. Oh, finally, Lady Luck flips a frickin' face card.
Oh, I like this bit. This bit, there's actually a Roland and what's her face, Lilith, standing around dancing and so forth.
Hyperion, doll, is there a difference?
We're on vacation together.
Yeah, sorry, but we're out of the vault hunting game.
Too many tentacles.
Tentacles, eh?
Go talk to Moxie. Damn it!
Looking for me, sugar?
Jack needs your help to reclaim Helios.
A claptrap. This day gets better and better. So, Jack sent you, huh?
And just jumping up on top of the bar because, you know, height and claptrap are not two things that coexist.
Dahl soldiers jam Helios' defenses with their rogue signal. Jack thinks you can help us find that signal and shut it down.
You want to find a signal? Then you gotta put transmitters on the echo towers around town. Get up high. Simple triangulation. They'll find the source, then you can shut it down. Thing is, I don't have any transmitters here, but that's fixable. First, I need you to pick up some moonstones mistakenly confiscated by the customs claptrap. Head over there and I'll update your echo. Trust me, it'll make sense.
Can I get a bloody refill?
Alright, so here's the introduction to how to spend the moonstones at the black market. Not a very original quest line for them. They've handed these out before in Borderlands 2. Just different name and slightly different quest, but basically it's oh hey, here's that thing that I need, can you go pick it up from the black market for me, and you're going to use a special currency to do so. So pretty much stock standard stuff. This time they added a little bit of a twist to it, which is nice. I'll let you watch the twist.
You don't feel like carrying around.
Oh, that's right.
So they use this quest, you see me just running the wrong way, to introduce the bank and the stash at the same time, and also to give you a fire weapon, which I think will be useful, so we're just going to pick it up.
The moonstones there.
Cool, so a little bit of breaking the fourth wall, because they mentioned that you can switch between your characters and so forth. They do that in Borderlands 2, so it's got a precedent. So there's the stash. Like I alluded in the previous episode, it's only got the 4 slots, which is frustrating. Because if you're trying to twinkate your character, you're usually giving them more than 4 items. Alright, so we pick up the moonstones and we're going to go over see Crazy Earl, who's another returning character from Borderlands 2. Just running here past Nurse Nina, go through the door, and we'll go see him. Yeah, he's returning from both of them. He's in all 3 now. He didn't have a black market in the first one, but he was introduced as a black marketeer in the second one, and continues that role in the third one. Unfortunately, his little docile is all the way at the other end of the map from where you were, and it's, you know, unlike Sanctuary and Borderlands 2, where he was pretty much right dead smack in the center of town, along with pretty much everything else, which made everything really nice and easy. Of course, we stick with the backpack upgrade. Well, eventually I'll click it. Oh no, I think I end up taking something else. I think I might take laser pistols. Yeah. No, backpack. Cool. Oh, I've got more. Sweet. So I pick up both the lasers and the backpack upgrade, just because I'm enjoying the lasers so far and I want to continue using them because they are the brand new weapon type in this game, which I'm enjoying. Alright, so the next part of this quest is all basically jumping around, which if you followed the rest of the series, you know that I'm not a big fan of jumping around quests. I don't have the best time jumping around. I don't enjoy all the hide interactions, but look, they've brought it into the game to add a different development to it, and it's working quite well. So if you're like me and you don't quite know how to go up, the game will recognize that you don't know where you're going and help you out. I'm just waiting for it to kick in a second. Here it is. Cool. So it gives you a waypoint, because the game obviously doesn't want you sitting around like I am, just going, how do I get there? Where do I go? This is an unfamiliar place and I've never been here before. So it sends you this waypoint with the obvious idea of getting up there. So jumping on that bin will give you the height that you need to get up to there, and then we're on top. And we're just going to keep going up. So you stagger yourself and you climb, you just do small jumps every now and then. And there's where our first quest is, over there. So we run around to the side, on the right hand side, and we're going to jump up and over. And no, we're not. See, I told you guys I didn't like jumping parts of games. I'm not a big fan of jumping puzzles. Alright. So, place the transmitter.
Give me a sec to get everything set up on this end.
There we go, just had a few little pits and problems with hitting the transmitter, apparently bad aim.
She didn't mention me at all? Yeah, so, see what I mean about that girl? The signal, it's not coming from Concordia. Coords for the next tower on your Echo.
Alright, so the good thing about this is it's giving you a little bit of backstory between all the characters, as well as completing this quest. And you can see that Janie and Moxie obviously have some sort of interactions. Janie is obviously infatuated with Moxie, and that is not reciprocated at all. And where are we going for the second one? Alright, so the second one's teaching you a little bit about how power lines work in electrical fields. So clearly you don't want to be going through that, and I'm just looking for the power lead, which is up there on the left. And it wanders over to just up there. You can see the power line going across. So from about here, you can blow up the node, which will stop sending electricity. There we go. And we'll have access to that transmitter now, which is all nice and easy. So it's not too bad of a little tutorial quest. We're obviously still stuck in the tutorial mode. The game doesn't do it in a big block, it sort of sections its blocks out as you go. And I believe that Concordia is the last of the tutorial sections. It shouldn't pop up anymore after that. We can just go around killing bandits as we like to do, which is what the game is designed for. Kill the bandits, get the loot.
There we go. There's a tower above the Mayor's office. Try getting up there.
Route to the Mayor's office is way up there. So I'm just having a look about how to get there. So I'm using my height advantage that I have at this point to try and work out how to get up there, where to go, and what the deal is. So we jump down. We're going to try and tackle this from a different angle. So we use that dumpster to get to there, then to there, and then to there. I did mention I didn't like jumping games. You can see why here. I don't think super linearly. So I gotta get all the way up there, and I'm just sitting there going, well, I can't get up there. So we'll go over here, we just got another height advantage. Oh no, what am I doing? And of course, like most of my Borderlands stuff, I'm doing the voiceover after I'm doing the video. So there's a little vault symbol, and we're back to where we were just a second ago. What I'm doing is I'm trying to just jump up onto that little node there, the antenna there. If I can get up on top of it, then I'll have the height that I need. It doesn't work. I'm just gonna let you guys know that now. It doesn't work. Just seeing how long it takes me to realize this, and for some reason it works that time going up that way.
Trespassing on government property.
So we're gonna get up there, so we jump onto this little node.
Thank you. Oh yeah, should have mentioned
with the boost, we managed to get up. Alright, so three turrets that pop up, 2 low, 1 high. You can see that I'm a big fan of this laser pistol because it's zoom in mode. It's a 3-round burst fire
like
on
a
zoom.
bullet or two damaged the relay drive
Alright,
gearbox.
so once that's done,
See if you can find a
you go to auto test the last one.
Sounds exciting.
Just, it's a thing that makes the transmitter work again. Small black box.
Oh yeah, I've just activated my ability because it puts me back to full hit points. And since I haven't picked up any other form of healing at this point in the game, little bit of fun. Yeah.
That's it?
The rubber ducky one is weird. Thankfully it's short-lived.
Score! Give me time to just...
Alright. So we repair the final bit.
You sure I can't book you for more, physical services? I'm a bloody stressed volcano right now, what I can do with the relief.
Oh, gross. I make it very clear to all my patrons, Serena is not for... I'll deal with our Marif later. Okay, everything looks set up. Head up to the control panel I've marked on your Echo. Activate it so I can initiate the final scan to pinpoint the signal's origin.
Alright, so this quest is nice and easy. It's just over here. Run along the edge.
The signal appears to
and drop
originate from
down to
Crisis Star.
the control
That's an
panel
old doll
there.
comms facility. Been nothing but scabs
Cool.
there for years.
And that's pretty
Well,
much
looks like
the
it's
only
working
quest in
again. Go
Concordia
shut it
worth
down.
doing.
Also,
Because it
status
gets you out
updates.
of
Still
Concordia
getting
onto the
shot
next
at,
zone,
so if
Crisis
you want in a
Scar.
hurry,
But it
be
also gives you
cool.
access to the first major town, which gives you all the benefits of that, clearly. Alright. So Jack just reminded us that we're on a clock. All we need to do is ASAP, and we're going to start heading out. As soon as we do so, voiceover.
Oh, what the hell is wrong with this guy? This is so frustrating. Get back to Moxie. She's got secret exits everywhere. Classic.
A little bit of sexual innuendo for us. Alright, so we head back to Moxie and she'll give us a way out of this hellhole.
She's not here.
And we'll move
Really
forward
hard
to
getting
Crisis
circles
Scar
here
and
off
go
in a
kill us some
single
bandits.
workshop, tinkering with advanced
Alright, so
tech
Moxie's
and all.
missing.
If I
Where
was any more
is
annoyed,
the
I'd
delicious
probably let it
Mox?
slip that it's accessible by pushing the arm up on the one-armed bandit machine over there. Then pressing the access button that pops out. Phew, close one. That new internal dialogue filter chip I had installed is a ripper, mate. You should get your love finger around mocktail. It's like a cocktail, but it busts you. There's all kind of sparklers here.
Alright, so we managed to go and access her secret workshop. So this sort of gives us a bit more of a detail to Moxie's background and tells us where her son and daughter obviously get their tinkering abilities and how they can be so good at what they do, because both of them are renowned mechanics and engineers. So this sort of pertains to that. There we go. Just as the little claptrap unit said.
What are you doing?
Secret workshop.
What are you doing in here?
Whoa! You look different, and you're covered in robot blood.
Damn it, I really don't like people seeing me out of character. The hell do you want?
I need to leave town, but the mayor put Concordia on lockdown. Can you help?
I know a way out, but I ain't won't show it to you unless you promise not to tell anyone what you saw here.
I promise, and I am incapable of lying. Deception.exe successful.
Great, because if you spilled, my son would have to bury you alive in a shallow grave.
Yeah, I definitely like the claptrap unit. A little bit of comedy left, right and center. For him, it's always appreciated. Alright, so this gets us out of Crisis Scar, and this pretty much
That's the way out
out
here.
to
Hope
Crisis
you
Scar, I
find
should
that
say, and
signal,
this pretty
and
much
remember,
ends
shallow
up this
grave.
video. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to hit that subscribe button in the top right hand corner. Hit like, leave comments. I appreciate them all, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.
I'm sorry, people of Elpis. This is the only way.